God bless everybody. It is a privilege to be with you this hour to attend to your questions. I appreciate God for the privilege of having you, great people of the universe. I'm a very lucky man to have you as a friend. You are making me very proud, and I count it as a privilege to have you in my life. Why waiting for your calls to be able to attend to your questions? I want to advise that you share this link. Just share it so that your friends can also listen to me. This session is the first of its kind, and I really want it to go far so that everybody will understand this vision of Zugacoin. So share it and try to let us know where you are watching from. During the call time, when you are calling, I beg you to mention your name and where you are calling from. I want to advise that you should have questions. There's no need for suggestion. Don't call for suggestion. You can call for a question. Ask question. There's even no need for appreciation. I don't need you to call to appreciate. I want you to call and ask a question. And if you're asking the question, check that somebody have not asked that question before. If you want to ask a question, but the answer has been given already, there will be no need for you to ask that same question again. I think these are the guidelines I will give you. Before I will send the number to you to call and ask what you want to understand, there is a particular thing I've been observing from you. Anytime I react on what people are saying, I see people writing all manner of things, telling me not to listen to people, not to change my plan. I should remain focused. Don't forget about people. Don't react. So I want to address this before you start answering questions. You start asking your questions. I am here for people, not for myself. This project is people's project. I created it for people. So if I'm not listening to people, what is the reason of the project? It is for people. So it's what they want I will do for them. If it is for myself, I don't need to do it because I don't need it. So the people that I'm doing for, I have to listen to them. What are they saying? What are they expecting from me? So it's what they want I will do. And that does not change where I am going. It's part of the journey. Let me give you an example. God told Abraham that your children are going to inherit Canaan land, but they are going to be slaves in another country. They'll be there for 400 years. When God said it, he said 400 years. But when they went to Egypt, they stayed 430 years before they left Egypt. So when they left Egypt, the destination was Canaan. God was only committed to take them to Canaan land. But everything that happened on the way happened as a result of what they met. Parting of Red Sea was the first challenge. So if challenge came, God was able to handle it as it came. They crossed the Red Sea. When they crossed the Red Sea, the next thing they faced was no water. No water was not in the program. In the journey, there was no water. Later, they went and discovered water, and the water was bitter. Moses had never treated water before in his life. But when he met that bitter water, God showed him solution. He cut the tree. He showed him a particular tree. There were so many trees, but he said a particular tree. He cut the tree, put in the water became normal. In the course of the journey, they were meeting things on the way. The bronze snake that we heard about was not part of the journey. It was when the people reacted negatively, the way they were doing, God didn't like it. That's why he gave snakes to bite them. Even God, that had created the world, was angry and released snakes to bite his people. They were dying. At the end of the day, he brought solution. A time came, he sent fire to come and just be burned around the camp. So things God was doing based on the reaction of the people. In fact, God was reacting based on the actions of the people. So that is how he be. So if you say I shouldn't react, even God himself react when people behave negatively. At the point, the people that left Egypt, they didn't go to Canaan land. They died on the way. All of them, only 2 entered. But the most important thing is they entered Canaan. But people that misbehaved, they left on the way. They said, go. Since you don't want to go and die. They went and died. Oh. Okay, that is God. When it comes to Jesus, he, at a point, he spoke to the Pharisees. If you check Matthew 23, you discover that guy who was, the way he was talking was as if he was insulting people. Go and check. Woe unto you, woe unto you, woe unto you. Go and check the Bible now. He was very angry based on the behavior of the people. And he got to a point where he carried cane, enter temple, beat everybody, scattered them. Beat! But he's the Prince of Peace, but he beat along the way. He called somebody fox. You go and steal that fox. So it means that even the Prince of Peace, he have to react when things were not going the way he wanted. Go and ask Paul. Check his letter to Galatians. You see how he was very angry with Galatians. Spoke very bad. Go and check the book of Galatians. You see how Paul reacted. But at the end of the day, okay, now check Muhammad. When Muhammad started his ministry, he was not intending to use war. They refused. Today I want to let you understand that the war that Muhammad engaged in when people resisted him, he learned it from Christians. Some of you will say Muslims are fighting, Muslims are fighting. He learned war from Christians. Because when they were pursuing him, he ran to a Christian king, and the Christian king protected him, asked him, what is your problem? He explained. He said, these people are worshiping idols, and I don't want them to worship idols, and they want to kill me.